With direct variation, k represents the constant of variation. Same with inverse. K is always your constant of variation. If they vary directly, then k equals y over x. So in our problem, y would be 4, x would be negative 12. Now just simplify that. Reduce if you can. Bring the negative out in front of the fraction. So k equals negative 1 over 3. And that would be your constant of variation. Okay, this time it gives us an x and a y, and then it gives us a y wants us to find the x. We're still going to use the same formula, k equals y over x, but we're going to do it for each pair. So we're going to take this pair and do y over x. Y is 12, x is negative 6. We're going to make it equal to the other pair. Y is 6. We don't know x, so we'll just put x. Now you have a proportion to solve. To solve a proportion, we just cross multiply. 12 times x is 12x. Negative 6 times 6 is negative 36. So we divide by 12. X equals negative 3. Okay, we're going to use the k equals y over x again, because we have x and y vary directly. So this is always k equals y over x, even anytime it's directly. So again, we'll put them in pairs. We'll take this first pair. Y is 2, x is negative 10. Then this next pair, what is y? We don't know, so we'll put y. X is 12. Now, just like the last problem, we cross multiply. I like to have the variable on the left, so we'll say negative 10y equals 24. Okay, then we go to divide each side by negative 10. Now 10 does not go into 24 evenly, so we are going to leave it as a fraction. However, we can divide both of these by 12 and reduce it to divide by 2 to reduce it to 12 over 5. Now notice the negative, I'm going to pull out in front of the fraction, get it out of the fraction. Unless by chance you had 2, then they would cancel and it would become positive. So negative 12 over 5 would be your answer. Okay, now we have varies inversely instead of directly. K still represents the constant of variation, but now it's going to equal x times y. So in this case, we have our x and we have our y. So k equals x is negative 5, y is 5. Multiply them, you get negative 25. That would be your answer. Okay, now we have two pairs again. Remember, it's inversely, so that means k equals x times y. So we'll put them in pairs. The first pair, x is negative 7 times y, which is negative 4, equals the next pair, we don't know x, y is negative 8. So negative 4 times negative 7 is positive 28, equals negative 8x divided by negative 8. So we have a fraction again, and 8 will not go into 28 evenly. However, we can divide both of them by 4. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then we make the whole thing negative, and that equals x. So negative 7 over 2. Okay, we have another one that varies inversely. So k equals xy. So we take our first pair, x times y equals our next pair, x is negative 2, we don't know y. So 9 times 3, or negative 9 times 3 is negative 27, equals negative 2y. Then we divide by negative 2. Those cancel. Now 27 over 2 cannot be divided evenly and it cannot be reduced, so we'll leave it 27 over 2. However, we can cancel the negatives. So our final answer is 27/2.